I don't think I'm going to do an intro. I think we're just going to get right into it, much like the
Okay.
Woody conversation. And I'm going to ask you overall thoughts on 24.
All right. So my overall thoughts on 24. You have it's kind of hard to equate it. You know, you remember the crack pandemic, right? The crack pandemic, the epidemic, whatever you want to call it, like crack when crack hit the scene, and it was like, you know what? Some people were giving you different opinions about it, like it's a really good high and it's like good stuff, and other people looked like they had no teeth and they were dying. It's a wide variation in between that. Like the game, we don't like it, but we play it. So theoretically, something is wrong with our brains that I can't figure out, but I'm an idiot. I've realized that through EA Sports. And shout out to Jack Spade, the guy that made this possible. I call him Jack Spade. We don't need to use real names. They put him out there as a forefront for the game. I don't really know what the hell is going on with this game. So sometimes I sit there and I'm like, Lord, why did you choose me to play this? Like I could have done anything else, but I fell in love with Madden early. And I don't know exactly what's wrong with me, but I do think I'm an idiot. But I don't know, like when I play it, there are good things about it and there are bad things about it. So I can't really give you, oh yeah, it's really good or it's really bad. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like we go to another planet and then we find new life and we don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what 24 is. That's my honest opinion of it. I don't know, I can't really tell you what it is. I don't know.
But I googled Jack Spade and I found this picture. What the hell's a Jack Spade?
Okay, so Jack Spade is a play on the actual developer K Spade, who said the rat catch was back. And, you know, he's been telling us that a lot of things have been going on within the game. So I just call him Jack Spade because it's like a funny thing. You know, he was around telling everybody the differences in the game, stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan about people's personal info, but he is a lead developer or something like that they put out there to say that he's part of the team. So we just call him Jack Spade. But I use Jack Spade from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. And that's how I rock with it. But that's what it is. So when I say Jack Spade, it really, you know, that's the guy that's been promoting the game and telling us that a lot of things that are going on is really not happening in the game itself.
Wow, that reference had layers. I am really impressed. I don't even know how to break that down, but a good job. Because I thought you were gonna do like so if it's a crack epidemic, are we the CIA? Like, what part are we here?
Okay, so we are those people that get up early in the morning to get the crack, but we still have a way to make a living for our families. A very important fact that a lot of people don't know, crackheads were actually functional when we were growing up. Most of our neighbors were crackheads, but they were able to still go to work and maintain a family. It was the ones that got really crazy that weren't able to control themselves, and that's what created the problem. So we're functional crackheads. Like I want to be clear about this. Something is mentally wrong with me because I play Madden 24. I want you to know this, and I want your chat to understand something's wrong with you as well, but we haven't figured it out yet. But later on, when they do a review of it and they see your rage, they see my rage, they see everybody's rage, they'll all realize something was really wrong with all of us.
I see. See, I in recent days, I've gotten to the point with Madden 24, and just Madden in general, since I had you on first, I don't know how many years ago, I feel like the reason why I play Madden is to crush people beneath my team and beat them so badly they stop playing the game. I consider myself a superhero of sorts because I'm trying to pass it along that you don't want to match up against me because it's going to be a bad time and go play like Minecraft or something and like games that you could enjoy because Madden is not made to be fun. It's made for sufferers. And I want to make people realize that as soon as possible.
Okay, so this is the thing. I got to be honest with you. I think you're the devil. Because for someone to go out and do this on a daily basis, to want to destroy someone's livelihood and their day by dominating them, you are now evil. And EA, they help you do it. And you feel good about it.
Yeah.
You probably get off the screen, you hug your baby, you hug your wife, you're like, yeah, I love this. But you're actually evil. And it's EA's fault, but we allow it. Because when Madden was good, we just went on to play and just have fun. Like we would go on and we just have a good time, you know. If you win, you know, or you lose, it wouldn't be as much rage. But because the game is the way that it is, it's normalized hatred. Like I honestly can't play my friend in Madden unless we're going to be able to fight right after. So that's not normal. Because I can play any other game with my friends and not have issues. But if I play Madden, I need to go outside and I need to physically beat this guy up. And I won the game, Fox, by 30. But I still need to physically beat him up. That's not normal. That is not something that should happen on a regular basis. But I actually hate him because of Madden. So what happened was, like, real true story. And one of these guys are in your chat right now, Slab Zone. He's my friend, bro. He's my brother going back years. We actually almost killed each other over this game. This game is bad. It's something. Look, this is what I want you to understand. When you play a game where you're looking at your best friend like you want to just beat the hell out of him, it's not something that we should actually regularly engage in, but we choose to do it. And that's why I'm an absolute idiot.
I mean, clearly. And like, so this is, do you feel that way with any other game? Because chat, prior to you coming in here, and they were, one half of it was like praising you for grinding Madden 23 all through the summer when a lot of themselves, like me, moved on to MLB, moved on to other things. And they said, the reason you play this is because you can't play other games because you don't have, I don't know, you're just not good at other games. So, like, do you have this rage with other games? So, like, chat was kind of like on the fence. They were like trash talking you, of course, but they were also praising you for grinding. Like, what, do you feel this rage? Do you play, I don't know, 2K, fighting games, Call of Duty, anything else?
Well, I did actually play that new Resident Evil 4 remake, and that was actually really good. 2K is dog poop, and it's been like that for a while. It absolutely sucks. So this is what happens. Like about 3 years ago, my viewers convinced me to play 2K. And the last time I really played a good 2K game was like 2K14. So now everything is like, you got to spend money. Like everything is about money, right? So I have to immediately jump into 2K, and they removed the auction house this year. So it's like really bad. You got to automatically spend $200 to get a build that you want. All right, that's fine. Then you go into a game and then you play a guy with a build that looks like a damn idiot, and he just does whatever he wants to do to you. He's like 7 foot tall with a handle like Iverson. He's doing everything he wants. And then you realize these developers have no goddamn idea what's going on. And the reasoning behind why we choose to like figure out what games you want to play, we want to actually enjoy it. A lot of the stuff that we do, the viewers don't really understand. We would like to enjoy Madden, but it's hard because you also have pro players that want the game to be the way they want it so they can win. Then you have people that only want, franchise to be good. It's a lot of different parts, but ultimately the people that make up the money for them are not pro players. So I've been always baffled by the fact that they listen to these idiots because it doesn't make any sense. Like, just hear me out, right? When you think about any other successful company, right, they look at their base and what their base is doing and how they make money. Now, people don't realize this, right? It's very, very low percentages of people that play this game competitively. So you have to be able to mathematically in your mind understand, how are they making money? They're making money because other normal people buy packs to make their teams better. But then they'll listen to idiots about a loot blitz. Like, doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, these are the things that we have to figure out, but we don't care because we're already vested in it. When I see you rage, I actually get enjoyment. So I'm guilty of it. Okay, because I love it. Like, I'm like, look at this guy, he's an idiot. And I love it, bro, because it's excellent. Because it's not only me, but at the end of the day, I'm doing the same exact thing. So I'm like, damn, we're all stupid and we don't realize it. And the only people that are winning is Henry. Because honestly, this dude went on a live broadcast with grills in his mouth like it was a Southern rap video and beat the hell out of everybody, and he has no respect for them. He has no respect. He had literally no respect for any of his opponents. Let me tell you something, bro. The last time I saw a grill, it was a shootout. I don't know why the hell, bro. Henry is the goddamn GOAT. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If somebody doesn't deal with him, bro, fast, he's going to dominate this game for a very long time. But that's what it's ultimately about. The game is manipulated by people that want it to play a certain way, and it doesn't benefit us as regular people that want normal football simulation. And that's what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely true. That was a great little line about Henry there. But I feel the same. Like, I kind of want to circle back to this before I forget about. I got something else I want to talk about quick. The EA just tweeted out that they're raising the AP to 7. So I want to cover that before I want to circle back to more Madden 24. And also, chat BK said he was the one who said that about you on your lack of game skills. And I didn't want to call him out, but he said that say it was from him.
Okay.
So yeah, so BK was the one talking trash on your other game skills. So
But a real quick point. That guy BK, he strips for free at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. But please continue.
okay, I don't know what that means. What are your thoughts on the season 2 AP raising to 7? Is that perfect?
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest about you. I think EA Sports wants to get away from abilities. That's why they're doing certain things the way they're doing it right now. They're actually showing us that they don't want to keep abilities in the game. That's why everything has been low, and they've been like, pretty much making your quarterback only need gift wrap. You don't really need, like right now, I'm winning games with Malik Willis, or whatever the hell his name is, the backup from Tennessee, or whatever the hell his name is. He's an 81 overall, and I beat a pro player yesterday with him. So they're trying to just slowly remove the need for abilities. So I don't really even care. Honestly, I don't know what to do with the 1 AP because the 1 AP abilities suck anyway. Well, so I don't really understand.
Gift wrap is 1 AP.
But that's the only one. Everything else sucks. Like, just look at the overall team. And what happens is the only ability that's really OP in the game right now is Jukebox. That's ultimately what it is. Jukebox is completely outrageous, and I love it. Why? Because it works. So it does what it says it's supposed to do, and I'm cool with that. It's OP, but at least it works. But other than that, like the 1 AP, what is that really going to do? None of the O-line. I put an ability on my O-lineman, and he actually let the guys in faster. I put like one of those, I forgot what it was. It was just a random ability, and I watched people run right past him every snap. I took the ability off. He played better. So I don't think that EA is really concerned with abilities this year. So, and also defensively, your players automatically do acrobat. I use a Sean Taylor, and I've gotten so many acrobat picks, it's ridiculous. So I think what they're doing is going back to the old way of making it so that, the attributes of the cards actually matter, and they're slowly trying to wean us off. You know what I'm saying? Like when the baby's going away from the breast, they're weaning us off of abilities.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that's it. And I mean, like, is that good? Because here's the thing. We've said for years how much we don't like abilities, and EA, are they listening to us on this?
What I think is happening is the fact that EA Sports, it's not that they're listening to us, it's the fact that it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Because you know like how they went ability crazy after 20, and it was just like 1,000 abilities, like it was an ability to fart. And it was like, dude, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, everybody had an ability. You have to have an ability to walk onto the field. It's too much for the developers. So I think that what they're doing is like, you know what? What if we just go back to making the players that you buy that are better overall just play better than the other players? And I think that that's what they're leading to. Listening to us, that's a joke. That's actually hilarious that you said that, because they don't listen to us. So I think it's just something sort of like the way that they changed the release of promos from 10:30 to 1:30, but now it's really 8:30. Like, dude, they don't want it's just less. They want to do less things. So if they just make the cards work the way they're supposed to, it'll be less work for them. They don't got to hear the complaints from the pros. Oh, bro, I had short route KO and he didn't drop the ball. Like, shut the F up, you damn dummy. That's what's going on. Because if you listen last year, it was a lot of pros running around with mid KO, short KO, and they were raging at the developers that every pass wasn't a drop. They were, oh my God, bro, I paid for mid zone, I got short route, I got your mom's number. Like, shut the F up. That's what's going on. So now if they just take it away, it's less stress. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that you can argue about because your player is supposed to do that. So now that's all it is. That's what I firmly believe. It's just less work for them.
Which gameplay do you like better, where abilities are like a guaranteed like knockouts and like more deterministic, or this now like abilities don't really do a whole lot, they don't really matter a whole lot, and it's more random?
It's a very interesting question, simply because I don't know if you've noticed this, but people just throw right at your face this year, right? And it doesn't matter. They catch the ball no matter what. You could throw a brick, you could throw a truck at them. They just catch the ball. Last year, we were complaining about drops. So now everybody catches everything. So I just believe it has to be a balance. Like, if you hit stick someone and they just caught the ball, it should come out. Yep. Things like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know what we can really expect though, but I would like a balance. All I want is balance. Like, if you see me physically bash this guy in his face when the ball is there, it should come out. I don't care about abilities or anything like that. And the same thing goes for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hit me and I'm trying to catch it, same thing. But I just want to have something where we know it consistently works. Because that's what's happened. You remember when like route tech was OP in 21, then we used it in 22, it didn't really work as much. 23, it just didn't work. Like I just want consistency. Whatever they show us that works, let it work. If it doesn't work, then it is what it is. But the more consistency we have, it's better for us, not only for us as streamers, but even the pros too. Because now you know that it works. But that's been the problem with Madden. Nothing consistently works. And that's what the problem is.
Because if they got rid of all the abilities that didn't consistently work, we would have, what, a half dozen abilities in the game? Jukebox, Gunslinger, the pass lead velocities, the more deterministic ones. So, like, do you, like, what can they do? Like, so, I think, like, I'm okay. I would rather them remove a lot of the abilities in the game. But, like, at that point, isn't it just a pile of stats? Because, like, right now, I just put out a tweet and I just did a video on No Money Spent. And basically, all you need on No Money Spent right now is a quarterback with 85 deep accuracy, gift wrapped, and a bunch of speed at your skill positions. And, like, nothing else really matters.
No, and that's my point. Like, but I, like, right now, like, hear me out. You're right. Gunslinger works, but I don't use Gunslinger. I only use the 1 AP ability because I have to actually use other abilities that helps me out win the game. Like, if you're not using Jukebox, you don't want to win. You should have at least one Jukebox because it's that OP. Gunslinger, even though it gives you better velocity, it's not as good as it was at one point. I remember when you figured out, what year was that? Was that 20 or 21?
That was
when you
20.
stacked Gunslinger?
20.
Yeah, 20. You made a video and I watched it. I was like, yo, you can stack Gunslinger. At that point, when EA was just learning about what it was doing, that was the thing. Gunslinger was really OP. Gunslinger is not like how it once was. So what my point is this, right? If you get rid of all of the abilities don't work, you're absolutely right. It'll be down to like 6, but I think the game would be more fun. Because raising the AP is only going to help me put one more Jukebox on my team. I'm going to be honest with you, Fox. I don't give no Fs. I'm going to get one more running back, and I'm going to give him Jukebox. I already got 2. I don't care, because I know it works, and I'm going to juke the hell out of you. And that's it. Just going back to what you said, you want to make sure your opponent hates himself at the end of that game.
Wait,
and
are you evil?
Not normal.
Are you evil?
Yes, absolutely. But I've accepted it. You haven't. I have not yet once accepted. You have not once yet told your viewers that you are evil. Yet still, you go out with the full intent to destroy somebody's day. So until you do that, the viewers don't know what's going on. Hell yeah, I'm evil. I'm looking to make you want to break your console, your controller, and everything in your house every time I play you. And that's even for like when I'm playing people close to me. Bro, I hate them. That's why I don't play any I can't play like my daughter or anything like that because I don't want to hate her. Like I only play people that I can hate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's all. You can't play your friends or people like you truly love on a regular basis with Madden. Honestly.
That makes sense. So you've accepted your role as the bad guy. Are we the baddies then? Like, are we the people that parents tell their children not to hang out with?
Look, no, because we're still good people. Like, if I consider you a friend, you're good. If you're around me, everything is good. It's just Madden related. So people should want friends like us. We show our passion for what we do, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of streamers don't give that passion to let them know that we really care if we win or lose. So we're actually great people outside of Madden because we wear it on our sleeve. Now, we are also psychos. So that's where the disconnect happens. Because if somebody asked you, what do you do for a living? And you said you stream and do content for Madden, and they saw what we did and actually looked at a game where the ball goes through a guy's face and there's no blood, no fatality for Mortal Kombat, and the guy just runs for 6 and celebrates, they would think something was wrong with you. So you would lose points in the regular world. But in all actuality, you are already a psycho. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter. You've accepted that because you get on every day that there's a promo release, you're smiling, everything is good, but you hate yourself inside and you want to also hate your opponent because of this game. You weren't like that when Madden was good. You probably had a really good time. Listen, Resident Evil 4 was so good, I wanted to keep playing it. The problem is, Madden makes us money as well. That's the thing about it. Like, if I could play Resident Evil 4 right now and never play Madden again, I would be, bro, I would praise the Lord every day, wake up, do backflips, and do only good deeds. But that's not the way the world works. And that's it. So we just have to accept what's going on. But ultimately, this is the path that we've chosen. And that's it.
Yeah. So like we're forced into our own doom. Is this some sort of like old, like, I wouldn't say fairy tale, but one of them old stories about be careful what you wish for, or choose your own path, or like some sort of like we're forced to push a ball up a hill over and over on a daily basis just to earn a living, right? Are we what did we do in a past life to get punished like this? Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, say that last part again. I think you just cut off in a second. You said, "What did we do in our past life to be punished like this?"
Yes. Like, well,
Okay.
why did we choose this? Why are we this way? And what happened to us to get cursed? Like, you can't do anything else. You're forced to play Madden. You're forced to do
Okay,
this
so
in order to make a living.
what I think I think I was a cricket, an annoying scumbag that just made noise all the goddamn time when people are trying to sleep. And that was my past life, because the cricket is the most annoying insect in the goddamn world.
True.
And I think that's what I was. And I think that the Almighty is saying, you know what, bro? You wanted to be a goddamn cricket and ruin people's sleep for centuries. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna play goddamn Madden, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna have high blood pressure, and bro, you're gonna probably die playing Madden. That's ultimately what I feel. And that's why I'm always in the gym. That's why I work out heavily, so that if I were to die uncontrollably, like just unexpectedly, that it wouldn't be because they wouldn't be able to rule it as Madden, so that wouldn't be something else. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do that. But I believe I was a cricket. You know, that I had to be an evil son of a bee to get this, bro. Like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I just think I was a cricket, bro. And last night, the reason that I think I was a cricket, there was a goddamn cricket that wouldn't shut the hell up, that came all the way up to my window and just stayed there all night, loud as F, for no reason at all. That's when I realized I was probably a cricket in the past life, and EA is serving me up what the Almighty wants. That's just my opinion about it.
Okay. That's pretty darn good opinion. I mean, even though we play video games, which, you know, not bad whatsoever, overall, we really chose a dandy here. I guess I got a question on Mutt itself. Like, how much do you do packs and rerolls, and like, what are your feelings? I mean, I know you're more of like a gameplay guy, straight up. What are your feelings on the changes to them? Like, rerolls are basically like huge losses. Like 30% of your value will be returned to you on rerolls this year, whereas in previous years it was much higher, up to like, you know, 80-90% at times, sometimes even over 100 when they screwed up, obviously. But like casinos and their gambling, they give up to like 80 to 98% legally for their slots, but our MUT slots, our trainings are much lower. And how much does that affect you and your content?
Okay, so with me, we all saw what they did. They've done a great job about giving out, you know, free cards that were valuable. Like the Darren Waller, I just got like 2 free 86 overalls that were like 100K each for the Gridiron Guardian. Yeah. They do it. I got to give them credit. They've done things, but they make it so that it's kind of hard to get it done. Like, you had to do a formula to be able to get into the GG challenges. And then when it first came out, it didn't even work. We had to tweet them, and they had to fix the card to make it work. It was stupid. But with the Darren Waller, why would they make it that difficult, but then everybody was playing with a 99 overall team? But then it said nothing higher than an 81. It's certain things like that that piss me off about EA Sports, because it's like nobody tested, and then they put it out. But in fairness, they have given people that don't spend money regularly a lot of opportunity to make coins. Now, as far as the rerolls, I believe, right, that because of the way that the game has changed, that, you know, with the way that they give out better Super Bowl packs and stuff like that, that they got to make the money back on the back end. So they're going to randomly give out some good things here and there, but I do believe the odds, they actually make up for what you actually lose. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about it. Like, they're going to give you this. Oh, yeah, here's a Darren Waller. I had like 3 people tweet me that they made 1 million coins off of 3 Darren Wallers the first day. So they got to figure out a way to get that back. And they're going to get it back from you, Fox, and your viewers. So that's why I don't usually engage with a lot of the rerolls, but I look at your stats. I see a lot of the stuff that you put out, and I'm like, God damn, you guys are getting it from the back. So I don't really partake in that. I'll get a bundle every now and again if I want a player, but I believe, like, even in Madden 25, I never played with Michael Vick because Michael Vick was impossible to get and it was too expensive. So I never had a chance to play with him. I think they've gotten a lot better with the prices and the way that the market balances out. So everybody can enjoy a lot more content-wise, in my opinion. And if you buy bundles, all the things that you guys have been doing about, like, your pack strikes and different stuff like that, the toppers make it easier for everybody to get top cards. So I think that they have to do something to make you lose. You can't have everything. It's EA Sports. So in fairness to them, I think it's a better balance. Because I've seen a lot more people with, like, the Captain Day One. I've seen a lot more people with a lot of these top cards because the market is allowing them to get them earlier. You remember in 20 when the golden ticket Bo Jackson was like $7 million? Like, that was crazy.
Yep.
Now you're getting all these cards at a much cheaper rate. So I believe that the gambles are going to be, lopsided like that to keep the balance right because they're giving you back so much more in different ways. And that's probably the only good thing I have to say about EA.
It is strange that it's like a give and take, right? Like they'll give to one community, take from another. Like the head-to-head online grinders have been really rewarded this year, especially with that like Waller event and everything that we've talked about with Super Bowls and everything. And but like you're right, like the grinders of the actual MUT menu have taken the L. I think the solo grinders have taken a step back this year also. So it's strange that the game doesn't seem to want to reward everybody to the same rate, right? They don't want to reward people that can just like have fun playing MUT. Like all you can do right now is snipe and relist in the auction house for a lot of profit. Obviously you can do sets and stuff, but the people that enjoyed the pressing the button of the reroll and the slot mechanic there have basically been destroyed. Because I'll reroll something, I'll try it, test out odds, literally 10 minutes, I'll lose $1.5 million in value.
Yep.
And so it's insane that on one hand, the card prices are a lot lower and it's a lot easier to get those top cards. Agreed. That's amazing and so much better about MUT. But on the other hand, man, it is so... Everything fun that you can do in Madden Ultimate Team, everything fun is insanely expensive. Whereas if you have fun playing the game, the gameplay, you're rewarded a lot for that. So it seems like it's two separate experiences, and EA doesn't understand that multiple people have like multiple different experiences, and how they enjoy the game changes so much from person to person. They seem to not understand to reward people that's enjoyments come from other things, and they only reward the people that enjoy playing online head to head.
Okay, those are just really, really valid points, and I'm going to go ahead and piggyback on that. The objectives that they give people are like the dumbest things ever, because what happens is, like, I don't know, what the first couple of weeks, right? A lot of people cheated to go 25-0. Okay, that's great. We all knew that was happening. Everything was cool, whatever. But these objectives are really, really stupid because you're not able to get them where you're supposed to get them. So not only that, the people that are like really no money spent and just want to play the game, if you only do solo battles, let's say for instance, right? If you only do solo battles and you were trying to get that, the pickings, all right? And you had your system set up. We know that you should be able to do it through solo battles and challenges, but you're going to have to do a lot more. You're going to have to grind a lot more. It is virtually impossible for a no money spent player that does not engage with the actual other online modes to get those players. That's not fair. To me, honestly, that's disgusting right away. Because if you tell me that you're giving me the opportunity to play the game to get a player that is going to be something down the line, how is that fair to everyone? If you're only going to make me get high blood pressure and die trying to play online with these tryhards that are coming out doing these weird things, and that's not what you want. You should be able to get these cards grinding the game offline and doing all of those things. It is not fair for them to make you have to go into MUT champs where even if you're good at the game, people quit the game in the first minute. If you get a pick, they just quit the game. So how the hell are you supposed to get these objectives done? They should have just left it the way that it was. I'm not saying that everybody should get it at the same time. Obviously, if you're good at the game, you should be able to get these players faster than the players that are grinding for it. But it should be accessible, is what my point is. It should be accessible for people that are not as good at the game as maybe a pro player that's out there grinding it. That's all that I'm saying, bro. Because when you do it like that, the way that they have it now, that is going to hurt them later. Like they won't see it. A lot of, like you guys know, you deal with the graph, you look at the numbers. Eventually, people are going to say F this game. Because why would you make me have to open my wallet if I'm willing to give you my time? And one of the things that these people don't realize, time is money. So if you're doing a no money spent video, you're asking people with families that go to school, that pay bills, and do a lot of other things to also play Madden 10 hours a day. That don't make no sense. And then I gotta hear my viewers tell me, yo, G, I hate online and all I want to do is play solo battles, but every week they do maintenance and I don't get solo battles for like one day, or I lose this solo battle. Do you realize that over the 3 years, if you miss like 1 or 2 solo battles, you didn't get some of these items that these guys were grinding for months? How is that fair? So a lot of what they do in that regard, it should be a balance. And again, I don't think that we should all get it at the same time. Because if you do that, it wouldn't make any sense. If you're good at the game, it should be benefits for head-to-head. But that's one of the major L's that I've noticed this year. And this year, in my opinion, is more pay-to-play than any other year, simply because they've made it more difficult for you to get a lot of the things that are just naturally in the game. Like in another couple of days, they're going to be doing the big Season 2, where they're going to be showing the players that are going to be 90 and 91. And there's going to be a lot of players that are no money spent, that are true no money spent, that's like, damn, I'm never going to get that damn card. How is that okay? That, you're going to still make your money, but make sure that these solo battles are out on time. Make sure that you do the goddamn numbers that make sense so that you don't have to do bonus XP like they did just now to let us get to level 61. Like, have somebody with some knowledge of mathematics just know that these players can get these items without having to go through all of this stuff. Why is it so necessary for you and I and all these other content creators to constantly tweet EA about something that's effed up? It's just not fair. You know, and again, a lot of people argue stuff like that, but I've always been about the bottom line, right? If you're gonna make, they went out with this fair play, it's fair, all this stuff, but they're not making it fair play because they should be able to get everything. Everybody that plays the game in one way or another should be able to get everything. So in my opinion, with the way that this is set up, I don't like the way the objectives are. I don't like the fact that that they took away the like how they used to rank weekend league and you got certain rewards for being good. That was too much work for them. So they went to this system where it's just the same thing for everybody, but it's not the same thing. So there's a lot of losses both ways. Everybody that used to get a lot of coins for certain things, we have to find other ways to make coins now. So who suffers the most? The people that can't play online. And it shouldn't be like that. You should be able to sit back by the fire, have a nice cigar, some scotch, and just play solo battles and be cool. And just know that in a certain amount of time, you're going to still get the same card. But it's not like that. They force everybody to spend money to have to play MUT Champs, and then they rage. And that's ultimately what it is. And it sucks. And that's my honest opinion. Like right now, bro, don't really smoke that though. I want you to be alive for a long time. All right, get those goddamn Marlboros out. Okay, and you got your cowboy hat too. But listen,
I got a
the
question.
bottom line about it, the bottom line is everybody should be able to get this. And you know that that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. And as long as if they keep doing it this way, they're going to lose a lot of their mainstay players. Because people just want, Fox, they just want to get the same cards that they see you play on stream with, that they see me play on stream with, and they should have the opportunity to do that without playing online.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever thought that these online players should just pay for the levels? Those goddamn cheap bastards? No. Like okay, I agree 100%. Like, and the thing that is frustrating about that whole pay to get your levels now is EA's got no incentives to fix this shit.
Exactly. And see, look, and that's the thing, right? The way that the pay for the levels go, they opened it up to the PC guys. So the PC guys are just like chomping at the bit. They can't wait because they're going to be level 99 in one day. The PC guys are the dudes that are ready to go every snap. So they have to figure out a way to make it work and make it be the right way. Or it's going to still be unfair because everybody can play everybody. And I'm one of those guys, like, I didn't turn crossplay off no matter what, because I want to see what happens, because we stream. So we should keep it on to be able to see exactly what's going on. But you're right. With the buying the levels and all that stuff, yeah, it's like a joke and everything like that, but it was kind of nice for them to say, you know what, for those of you guys that got the game late, if you want to do this, here, you can do it. And then if you look in the notes, because I read the notes, yeah, it won't be available at the start of any season, but they wait till mid-season for you to be able to buy levels. And that's what I'm saying. If you grind the game for a certain amount of time, you should be able to get everything. But you shouldn't get it at the same time as you and I that are grinding the actual game modes. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They're like, okay, you missed a whole, month and a half. Here goes the levels, buy them. That to me is fair because you missed that time. But overall, the people that are playing solo battles, the people that are playing the challenges, they should still gradually be able to grind the field pass and get the same exact content that we get. Just later, because it's free. That's it. That's all that it is. And the buying the levels thing, like I said, you and I will never buy levels because we get paid to play the game. So we're going to be on there playing. We're going to be grinding it. It won't matter to us. And it'll be midway through it. And that seems fair to me, that they got to wait until midway through the season to do it. So we would already have it anyway. So who cares about the other guys getting it, in my opinion? But yeah, overall, like I said, EA, this has been the most pay-to-play Madden I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, on one hand, I kind of disagree with that take, actually. Like, I think it's not as pay-to-play. I think the things that are arguing for the pay-to-play are obviously those points and it being a man coverage meta, a run meta, which is just basically, my cards are better than yours. Good luck getting open. But on the other hand, with abilities not that powerful, with them giving us cards like this Eric Stokes, 81 overall with 87 speed, my nobody's Spence out here frying dudes. Even if they have like top-end squads, you can still win with a good squad as long as you have the right budget cards. Now, I say that like EA hasn't shown that they'll kill budget cards in the past, and they'll probably do it again to like low-end cards, which is just tragic. But I feel like the solution to these passes are very simple. It's just basically combining it on a weekly basis, solos, MUT champs, head-to-head seasons, and all those objectives into one. So no matter what game mode you're playing, you can get all of it done. And therefore, I feel like that just solves everybody. If you want to play online, do your weekly objectives. So if you want to play offline, you can also do your weekly objectives there. And it just, like I said, frustrating because, yeah, the passage, you're not able to buy it right away, get to the card. You can do it to catch up, but like right now, I've done so much like comp pass grinding. I've grinded MUT champs a bunch. I've grinded seasons a bunch because I didn't play solo battles. I'm not anywhere close to pickings either. So even though I've invested hundreds of hours into this game already, I'm not getting pickings in season 1, which is just weird. So you basically have to play everything, and like I guess in a sense that's what EA wants, is they want as much playtime as this game as possible, but it feels like you're right. It's just turning people off, and this is what was the worst part about MLB The Show this past season. If you didn't grind offline, your team was trash, and I have any interest in grinding against a computer, hitting home runs in cheap ballparks and wasting time just to get cards that I can go and use online, because like the online cards, I don't want to get off on an MLB rant. Never mind. I don't get to go off that, but like it needs to. The XP and the season rewards needs to be basically the icing on the cake for engaging in the game, not the reason you engage with the game itself.
Yeah, and I want to bring up a point with what you just said about you not being able to get George Pickens with all the grinding you've been doing. Do you remember when they first started MUT Master in Madden 15 with Richard Sherman? People complained about the fact that you weren't able to get credit if you were an offline player. So it took them about 2 years, but then they gave you ways that you can grind offline, and it was separated for us to still get MUT Master. All they would have to do is implement that same system so that whichever way you're grinding, you get the same credit. It's not like EA hasn't already done this. This is not something that's new. They're just choosing not to do it and going in a different direction. And I don't know why they're doing that, because if something works, just make it better. I had a conversation with a couple people the other day. I was at the barbershop, and they were like, you know what? Steve Jobs should forever be remembered as a genius. And I was like, I agree with that. And I explained to them why I agreed with it. He created this simplistic way of a phone that has not changed for decades. And it just gets bigger. It just gets stronger. But it kept the same system. Because if it works, why are you, dude, why would you change something that blew up and is making so much money? Why would you change what's working other than the fact that you hate your consumer? That's all that I could come up with. They hate us. Why would you change it? The system is working. It's sort of like this, right? When we go back to that Bo Jackson, remember when Bo Jackson got every single position? And we loved it. As content creators, we had a Bo at left tackle, we were doing whatever. Yo, bro, it was a blast, bro, that zero chill year. And then the pros complained about it. And then what happened? It was gone. So it's a lot of differences, and they listen to a lot of different people, but they've already done what matters. And honestly, the people that have the most fun with the game are the people that don't care about the game, Fox. That's the thing about it. Like, the people that go out there like, yo, I'm gonna put my team together. I'm gonna try to win. If I don't win, whatever. Those are the guys that spend the most money, not the pros. Pros have been getting away with a lot, and like I said, it's not that's not something that we need to get into. But the fact that we've seen pros over the last 4 or 5 years get banned for different things, and it's like they're getting banned because they don't want to do the things that the regular people do that make you money. So why not just change everything the way it was before to make the players that are making your ends meet? The pros just do what they got to do to get the cards. It don't matter. Like, buy coins. They're like, look, whatever. They're not grinding the game. If it has nothing to do with the offline modes, or anything to do with the offline modes or whatever, they're not doing it. The pros are only doing what matters to their team. So they need to do better at making sure that everybody gets whichever path they take. If Fox wants to go and just say, you know what? I'll do solo battles. I'll do this. This is all I'm doing. You should still be able to get that card. But if Fox wants to spend money and buy levels and go online and do MUT champs, you should also be able to get it. But there should be benefits of both sides. The same way they did it with MUT Master. They've already done it. So it's not anything new. And that's what I don't understand. They keep coming up with new things that are old. Like the rat catch. When I had Rex Dixon on my podcast in 2017, when he told me about the way that they patched the game, and they made it they just destroyed the game because of Paramin, right? And they made it so the players stayed closer to you regardless of speed. That was the time that they destroyed the rat catch. The rat catch has worked all the way back before that. But then they destroyed it, and then now they brought it back again, and it really still doesn't work. Because if you're wide open on a rat catch, your player still jumps up in the air like a damn idiot to catch the ball anyway. So what the hell did they really do? They didn't really do anything. So all they're doing is recycling and bringing back the same exact things. And at the end of the day, all they have to do is leave it the way it was. If they left MUT the way it was in 25, it would be fine right now. It would be fine.
Wouldn't it get boring though? I mean, everybody complains about Madden being a reskin over and over, and if they did a MUT the same thing, wouldn't we be bored and frustrated and moved on?
No, this is the thing. When everybody in your chat right now, you can ask them individually. When MUT Master was out, how many of you guys were excited to get a Tillman? We knew what Tillman did. I don't know if you remember, Fox, but if you thought it was sweet and you ran into Tillman, your butt was, dude, he was gonna rip your butt cheeks open. It was a goddamn fumble every time. So what happened? Everybody grinded for Tillman. In 15, Richard Sherman was the best corner in the game all year. We wanted to go and grind for him. We wanted to do that. Why would you take away MUT Master? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Bro, Tillman by far was the greatest card. Bro, he was the greatest card I've ever played with in MUT because he was guaranteed. Everybody wanted Tillman. That was the first year that I actually saw pros grind the game for Tillman because he was an automatic fumble. You remember what they did because he was so good, Fox? They nerfed him and the whole community erupted and they had to fix the hit stick fumble back. That's how good Tillman was. That was a good thing to do. It made us know, okay, if we grind for this, we can get this card. Bro, in 17, Gronkowski was a goddamn beast. Why would you take away what the entire community can agree on was one of the best aspects of MUT? We all looked forward to who was going to be the MUT Master, and they took that away. Go ahead.
So they basically, I think what they're thinking is they've turned it's into like the MUT Master is now a season master. Instead of taking the same guy and increasing his overall a few times through the year. And the thing is, like right now, the season master was only like a couple overall higher than our current cards at launch. But right now, he's not much better than any other receiver in the game, Pickens. So like you're basically arguing for the return of 1 year long and then a super powered, overpowered card, which I like, and I think like my biggest frustration with that previous ways of doing this game is, like, again, is the same thing. They made Muttmaster grind, I feel like, boring and bad those years because you just want to do a solo for 10 hours and you threw streaks to get it unlocked. And I think that was a terrible way of doing it. And it feels like they're continuing to do that even with these nerfed Muttmasters, the Season Masters. And I think it's just been the similar feedback year over year that, like, either you gotta pick one way of doing it. Either it's like a master card and you have to, like, you know, do something super skillful, master Mutt, or don't make it a participation trophy where all you have to do is go in and grind stats in a solo battle, and then, like, the Mutt champion stat grind is awful on its own and poorly thought through, only counting in wins too, and a lot of people quit in the first quarter. A lot of people literally boot in. I mean, people too, they boot in and they quit just so people can't get Mutt stats in champions. Just to spite them.
You know why though? I don't mean to cut you up, but you know why they do that, right?
Why is that?
Because they're evil. Because they're evil like us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the Madden community is. Like, and EA doesn't fix that.
Yes, I agree. But look, why would I blame somebody for not wanting me to have a good day when my full intention is to destroy their day? I can't be mad at them for Fox, this is what I'm saying. And I agree with you that it was a long and strenuous grind. But look, you can change that. You can still give us Muttmaster, just make us have different objectives. And then you can still give us these, you know, these different promos. You can still give us all this other stuff. But I'm telling you, Muttmaster was one of the most exciting. It was one of the most exciting things every year for while it was there. And everybody had something to look forward to. And guess what? That card was auctionable. It stayed until they stopped making it auctionable. And Richard Sherman was getting sold for so. I raid sold Richard Sherman like 3 or 4 times because he got mossed. Because, you know, Madden 15, that was another year of the moss and all that stuff. But what I'm saying was the B&D situation and all these end cats and stuff like that. This is all negative for us. We should be able to sell cards that we don't want. You know how many things we've had in our binder over the last 6-7 years? Actually, chat, how many things they just couldn't quick sell or sell? Why the hell would you not give us the ability to get rid of cards that we grind for? That doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense. But again, I agree. It can be tedious and, you know, grinding for Muttmaster year after year. But I'm telling you, Fox, this is something that made the community want to play. It made them want to do stuff. You can change it and make the objectives a little bit simplified and do a lot of different things. Even make them a field pass item, the Muttmaster. But I think it should be something that drives people to play the game. I believe that that was a huge part of Madden all the years that it was there. And now with these seasons, Ramsey doesn't even get pick artists. One of the best abilities on defense. And they gave it to him. They gave it to us as a later part in the season pass. That's stupid. Why would you not give him the best ability in the damn game, but you're making all of us grind for it? These are the things that I'm saying. It's like they don't think out what's coming later. And this is a problem. And then you make them at 89, which is going to be the highest of what it is. So when they do their their sneak peek into season 2, it's going to be 90 to 91 probably for the next field pass. And that player, when you get him and unlock him, he should be able to get all the other abilities that are good in the game. Like, whose idea was it not to give Ramsey pick artists? These are the things, like I said, and that's why it frustrates you and I, because we're like, yo, this doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense, but the mode itself, I believe it's lacking a lot because we lost Muttmaster. I really believe that. Because no matter what happens, every stream, when Muttmaster was a thing, you saw people grinding for it. Now, like you said, when you were repeating the challenge like 100 times and doing stupidness like that, they can take all of that away and still make it other ways to do it. Yeah. But I think that we really took a huge loss when they took away Muttmaster from Mutt. I really believe that.
Yeah, I 100% agree, because like that provides depth to the game and in a way for people to grind. Like, and I don't know how, like, so if it's Muttmaster, maybe it's the name of it for me being like a master of the game of Mutt. Like, you know, you got a mastery. Like, should they include solo battles and head-to-head grind? Like, because if you remember prior to them making Muttmaster a participation trophy, you had to win Super Bowls to get
Yep.
unlockables to unlock. I think OBJ was the last one for that, if I recall correctly, and that car was insane good. So like
Yeah, it was
insanely
insane.
good. So like,
Yeah, it was.
what would you ideally want for it? And then obviously Muttmaster was awesome back then because you could auction it too, right? So if you were one of the first ones done with OBJ, you could sell it for 3 million coins, which was incredible for the people that, you know, were good at Mutt and finished it quickly. Like, do you like did you like that system of it, or do you prefer it more so like if it's called Muttmaster, should it involve the ability for offline people to get it or online people without having to play online or offline to get it? Like, should you be forced to do solo battles and beat it at like all Madden difficulty or something?
Okay, so I see that Texas Boy just wrote Muttmaster, Roadmaster, Ultimate Master. He's saying that the grind was dope.
Yeah.
Now, I think based on what you're saying, like that is a very huge point. You see how we all remember what was going on? How many of you guys remember Madden 18 with the Silver Master, Barry Sanders? Things like that, right? This is very, very important, and everybody has to understand a few things about this. If you tell us that everybody can get a card regardless if you play online or offline, that's all I'm really asking for. Okay, whatever the method is for how we do it, it's fine. But everybody should be able to grind and get the card. It is not fair that offline players can't miss a solo battle. It's like, bro, this is not out. Most of the viewers that are in this right now, they have their own jobs. Madden can't be their job. It's your job, it's my job. It's not theirs. They should not have to play the game 8 hours a day to be able to get a card that everybody else has already gotten. The grind should matter, and it should be the ways that are more simplified now. Because I remember back in the day, like in like Madden 12, all of the challenges were like 4 quarters. It was like it was crazy. Like, remember when it was like long games, everything was long. Then they changed it to make it objective based, where you could throw a touchdown here, and it was just a little bit easier for us to do it. They can change these things and make it easier, but again, the grind can be real, but they should be able to do it. Now, as far as the format of how you get to it, I think the same way you were saying it before, if you do certain things, like say, again, if you're just a solo battle player and you play challenges, you should have to play every single challenge that's released. If you are a solo battle player, you should have to play every solo battle to an extent. You should be able to miss a week of solo battles and not be like, oh my God, I can't get the card. It should be ways to do it. Some of the things with the objectives, I can see what they're trying to do and it can work, but I think they're missing the big picture. The people that really, really make their ends meet, that spend money on the game, or the people that spend time on the game, because it's the same thing, time is money, they are the ones that make up everything that goes in the mud. We are a very, very small percentage of what happens in the game. So if you're asking my opinion on what they should do, I think that they should take away the objectives for MUT champs and just make the wins count and monitor it. Like when Field Goal, who they laid off, was there and she was monitoring the leaderboards to stop people from cheating. That's what they don't want to do. They don't want to put the time in when people are, booting up with their friends and then they're quitting and the games are counting, so they're making it objective based. That's their way to stop all that. But they should have people that police the leaderboards the way that Field Goal did it. She was very useful to getting people unbanned and stuff like that.
Absolutely, you can report to her. I know. I saw on the Mutt Sub today they took away the ability to report cheaters on their website now, which I find just absolutely hilarious. Because there are a lot of DC glitchers. Like it's to the point like the FIFA community and FIFA and Madden are done on a lot of the same architecture. They basically don't reward wins anymore if the game is tied, which is very frustrating for their entire populace, because people will you'll equalize with them in the 90th minute and then they'll just quit and then you don't get credit for the win at all, because EA has no idea how to stop the disconnect glitches, and the only way they can do it is by banning people. And that's the only way they stop disconnect glitchers now. So it's funny they've gotten rid of the ability to report these scumbags, and now you're basically stuck, and people are just disconnecting others, and now you can't say hey, take a look at this username. It's strange that the disconnect glitch has been in the game for a decade and they haven't figured it out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Back in the day, they used to have Cain enable those different computer things where people were booting people and stuff like that. But at this point right now, with all it's very visible, it's clear. They can see what's happening server-wise. Because I remember when Crayola was there, Crayola was another person that really dedicated his life to making us have a good time. He came from our community, he understood our community, and he wanted it to be better. Okay? So this is a situation that actually made people a little bit more like, all right, I probably shouldn't be doing it because we put it out in the forefront. With everybody gone and the ability to not report anyone, it's a joke right now. But the one good thing though, if you know, pretty much like you and I, if we put stuff on blast, EA would, you know, they'll look at a guy that's obviously cheating and we'll get rid of him. We just got to have, you know, pretty much proof of what's going on. But you're absolutely correct with everything that you're saying about it. They don't want to have to deal with the cheaters. They just want to put it out there and, you know, put the content out, put their packs out, make sure you're buying platinum packs and all that stuff. And that's it. And again, with the way that everything is set up right now, I believe that the objectives is their way of saying you can't cheat us. But all it's doing is making people that hate the game frustrate us because nobody has a reason to stay in a Mud Champs game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they suck at the game and they just want to go out there and be weird, they can keep doing that. And there's nothing you can do about it. Bro, you will never get the credit for it. So what are we going to do about it? So that's a situation. And I do believe that it's very, very difficult to be able to stop it because it's too much things involved with the way that people do stuff. And then on the other hand, now you have crossplay. So with the PC guys being involved and people manipulating different things, it's going to be a little bit harder to deal with it. So it's kind of impossible. So I don't think the objectives are going away anytime soon. We're just going to have to find a way to deal with it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just overall, I think one of the biggest pain points of this year's MUT, and I think, like, in the grand scheme of things, there are things worse than the game than that, but it just seems so simple to change some of the text and some of the tracking that it's frustrating, I think, giving them this much feedback and them really haven't changing anything. But, like, maybe with the Season 2 schedule on its way here, and they're going to go through and maybe they'll change and update and hear our feedback for Season 2, because, you know, sometimes they bring in big changes in the middle of my year. Like last year we got practice mode, which was like way out of left field, which was, I think, an awesome addition. Hopefully we get some more way out of left field, like awesome additions to the game, like custom audibles saving game to game and stuff like that with future patches. But I don't know. So, like, how would you rate Madden overall between MUT and the gameplay, like, out of 10 this year?
I would honestly give this game like a 5. And the reason that I'm giving it like a 5 is because I enjoy destroying somebody's day. Yep. And when that happens, and you know, like how when a game is just going your way and you just don't give a F, and it's just like, look, man, I'm going to stick it to this guy. That's the excitement that I get. And the gameplay itself, another thing, right? It's much more free. Like, you see like how you'll go down and you'll do a hit stick and your guy be flailing his arms like a damn idiot? They've made the game a little bit more free to move around and do stuff. I love that as well. What I don't like is the fact that you can still line up with no eyeballs, no kneecaps, and just throw the ball anywhere on the field, and it's a completion. That's what I just don't like. Yep. That is it. Gameplay-wise, it's a lot more free. I think it's a little bit better. Okay, they just have to, it's like minor things. It's sort of like every year there's something like, all right, if you just fix that, the game will be good. So like some days I really enjoy Madden, some days I hate it. But every day I hate my opponent.
I think that's great. All right, appreciate you, man. I taking a lot of your time up. Anything else you want to talk about before we peace out?
Oh, nothing much. Like I said, whenever you want to, talk about Madden or anything like that, you can hit me up and let me know what's going on. If anything is like breaking news or something like that, and you want me to join in, because like I said, a lot of my viewers, they go to GutFox 2 just to listen to the streams, and they quote the stuff that you and I say. So I know they really enjoy it. So whenever anything comes up, bro, you want to talk about it, just hit me up and let's get it on.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for the YouTube audience, I'll have it linked in the description, Gmias channel. Hilarious guy. Go check him out. Follow, sub, do the dang thing. Appreciate ya, Gmias.
All right, I appreciate you too, Mr. Fox. You have a blessed day, brother. Talk to you soon.
You too. Take care.
Take care.